Hello, good afternoon, and many thanks for joining us on Kwara TV Media News. I am Kehinde Olaoye Additional, and joining me on the news, Rashidat. Good afternoon.
Kehinde Ọmọadéyìn. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àsìkò yẹn ara àlè ìròyìn lamútọ̀ ìwà gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìṣe wà láti lè ṣe amóhùnmáwòrán ti ìpínlẹ̀ Kwara, Kwara TV. Rashidat Jimoh-Elesin ni orúkọ tèmi. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí bá a ṣe máa ń ṣe èdè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì náà ni àkọ́kọ́ fi ṣíde. Ẹ máa bá a bọ̀. Kehinde.
All right, thank you, Rashidat. We are live at Star Times 413 on Free TV. We are live at 502. You can also join us on Facebook at Kwara TV. Today is the 9th of December 2025. And now to the news. Vice President Kashim Shettima was yesterday in Abidjan, Côte d'Ivoire, where he represented President Bola Ahmed Tinubu at the swearing-in of President Alassane Ouattara for his fourth term in office. Shettima joined other African leaders and dignitaries across the globe at the inauguration ceremony held at the Presidential Palace in Abidjan. He was re-elected in October 2025, securing another term to lead the West African nation, which maintains strong diplomatic relationship with Nigeria. Nigeria had maintained a long-standing commitment to supporting sister nations in West Africa and upholding the principles of constitutional governance. At the inauguration, VP Shettima again reaffirmed Nigeria's dedication to promoting democratic values, respecting the will of the people, and ensuring that constitutional processes remain the foundation of leadership transition across the region. The two countries partner through ECOWAS and the African Union on issues ranging from security to trade and development, backed by a binational commission and several agreements covering everything from fighting human trafficking to boosting agriculture and growing the digital economy. The intervention of Nigeria's military is said to afford the attempted coup in neighboring country, Benin Republic. The developments have generated reactions amongst Nigerians, with some seeing it as a bold defense of democracy, while others describe it as a dangerous distraction from Nigeria's own problem of insurgency. Abdul Latif Ahmed has the story.
Attempted coup occurred in the early hours of Sunday, December 7, 2025, when a group of Beninese soldiers, led by Lieutenant Colonel Pascal Tigri, stormed the state-owned television station in Cotonou and declared President Patrice Talon's government dissolved. The plotters sealed prominent sites of the capital, including a military camp, in what they called refoundation of the nation, with the help of loyalist forces and the intervention of Nigerian Air Force fighter jets to seize Benin's airspace. The mutineers were said to be neutralized and arrested. ECOWAS also dispatched standby forces, including Ghanaian, Ivorian, and Sierra Leone soldiers to lock down the victory and safeguard Benin's borders. Reacting to these developments, some respondents who spoke to Kwara TV News in Ilorin, the Kwara state capital, commended the move of the Nigerian government, describing it as a right move by helping a neighboring country. They said the gesture of the Nigerian government will send a strong message to other African countries who plan to overthrow a democratically elected government.
The intervention in Benin Republic is very, very necessary and is a welcome development.
Nigeria, by default, is the head of ECOWAS for the fact that we account for more than 25% of African population.
Nigeria as a whole, we have a role to play as a leader of Africa in terms of security, in terms of economic aspect, in terms of social development, in terms of every aspect of human endeavors. Nigeria have a specific role to play, whether we like it or not. It's a must for us then.
Respondents say Nigeria is distracted from its own internal problem of insurgency. Others express that insurgency in Nigeria has nothing to do with helping neighboring countries in time of distress.
So if we are not able to resolve our own domestic issues, what is the justification for us now getting out of our shores to go and resolve issues elsewhere?
We believe in one Nigeria there. If we can be able to solve this internal problem there, I think we are going to go a long way in our country then.
If we can proactively react to a coup in our neighboring country, why can't we defend ourselves against these bandits and terrorism?
Abdul Latif Ahmed, Kwara TV News.
On education, the federal government on Monday unveiled a 50 million student venture capital grant to promote innovation, research excellence, and entrepreneurship across Nigeria's tertiary institutions. The Minister of Education, Tuji Alausa, stated this while speaking at the official launch of the program in Abuja. He said the initiative represented the strategic national investments in young innovators and aligned directly with President Tinubu's renewed hope agenda for education. Alausa described the VCG is far more than a grant scheme, noting that it was designed to identify high potential ideas from campuses and nurture a culture of creativity and enterprise among students. He explained the beneficiaries will receive up to 50 million in equity-free seed funding, alongside intensive incubation, expert mentorship, and access to networks and critical setup building tools. He added that the initiative was jointly implemented by the Federal Ministry of Education and TENFON in collaboration with the Bank of Industry, Afara Initiative, the Entrepreneurship and Skills Development Center, and Google. Gender-based violence has continued to generate concern from various stakeholders who have described the menace as a burning issue. Some respondents who spoke with Kwara TV News in Ilorin, the state capital, shared their insights on GBV. Esther Amadu has the details.
Gender-based violence continues to be a significant issue in Nigeria, with recent statistics indicating that it predominantly affects women, girls, and men who are also victims of various forms of abuse. The federal government indicates that over 10,326 gender-based abuse cases has been reported nationwide between January and September 2025, with an estimated 2,444 survivors receiving care in recovery centers. Some respondents, while speaking with Kwara TV News in Ilorin, Kwara State Capital, described gender-based violence as an act that involves violence against either of the genders, attributing it to societal norms.
Gender-based violence is more or less an act that involves violence against either of the genders, either by individuals or by group of people.
Most of our wives, both wives and the husbands, are not to really have a kind of good backgrounds in terms of religion. No, after getting married, it causes a lot of things because religion has a lot of things to do in marital issues.
Because most of the young marriage people now, they don't have knowledge, all the morals that we have when we were young, how to take care of husband, how to be, you have to tolerate each other. Because we don't come from the same house, so by this we have to take it easy with ourselves. We have to try to forgive and forget. But now there's no forgive and forget in marriage. It's tit for tat. You do me, I do you.
They emphasized on the severe effect of gender-based violence on individuals, such as trauma, agony, and reduced productivity. They stressed on importance of love, mutual respect, and forgiveness in marriages, highlighting it as some of the major causes of breakdown in relationships. They called for a multifaceted approach to address gender-based violence involving individuals, communities, and relevant agencies. Esther Amadu, Kwara TV News.
And on drug abuse has remained a major social concern affecting young people across Nigeria, with experts warning that its long-term effects continue to tear into families, communities, and the nation at large. Some Nigerians who spoke to Kwara TV News says the menace is fueled by several avoidable factors and must be urgently addressed. Melody Edefa files in the report.
Drug abuse, whether through the misuse of prescription drugs or the intake of hard substance, continues to endanger lives across communities in Nigeria. Experts warn that long dependence on drugs often lead to mental instability, violent behavior, and rising crime rates. In an interview with respondents on the effects and causes of drug abuse, Kamaldeen Abdubakar believes the problem is largely driven by peer influence and negative social cycles. He believes sensitization campaigns from agencies like the National Orientation Agency will help educate young people on the danger of drugs and encourage addicts to seek external help.
Addicted to it is something that is very difficult to control. One should just go to the appropriate channel where you will receive a proper advice on how to curb it.
Paul Ajisafe highlights poverty, easy access to drug, and lack of education as major drives of substance abuse. He called on government to create more opportunities for young people while advising youth to stay informed, get educated, and follow medical prescriptions before taking any drugs.
Easy access to drugs causes drug abuse, and lack of education causes drug abuse. So our government has to improve, like create job opportunity for the youth, most of the people, because people are dying from drug abuse cause of poverty.
Olutayo Oluleye emphasized the role of parents, urging them to educate their children early on the dangers of drug abuse, noting that proper home training goes a long way in prevention.
It's not good to be doing it. I'm telling you, turn to another person, another thing. Why it's not it should be.
As drug-related cases continue to rise, Nigerians are calling on stronger awareness, improved access to rehabilitation, and tight control on the circulation of harmful substances. Melody Edefa, Kwara TV News.
All right, in Niger State, the Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN, Niger State chapter, said it has not received any official confirmation regarding reports that 100 of the students adopted from St. Mary's Private Catholic Primary and Secondary School has been released. In the statements issued on Monday, the state chairman of CAN, Bishop Bulus, said the association and affected communities have not been formally notified for any release. It will be recorded the adoption occurred on November 21, 2025, when bandits attacked the school and kidnapped 315 people, including 303 students and 12 teachers. However, about 50 pupils escaped within the first 24 hours and were reunited with their families. Meanwhile, the National Security Advisor, Nuhu Rebadu, last week visited the school and assured parents that the remaining abductees were safe and would return home soon. And crossing over to Rivers State, the Rivers State Governor, Similayi Fubara, has unveiled no fewer than 10 projects to be commissioned and flagged off in several local government areas that cut across the 3 senatorial districts of the state. The project commissioning and flag off, which will commence on Wednesday, December 10, 2025, and end on Tuesday, December 23, 2025, comes 2 months after President Bola Tinubu lifted emergency rule in the state and restored democratic institutions. The Secretary of the State Government, Dr. Anambra, made this known during a joint media briefing in Port Harcourt on Monday, said a new batch of projects signified part of the Fubara-led administration's commitment to fulfilling its social contracts with the people of the state. It said that the additional projects have been scheduled for unveiling after the Christmas festivities. He emphasized the administration's determination to protect the people and provide critical infrastructure, noting that despite political challenges that briefly disrupted governance, the government has fully resumed its developmental agenda. And crossing over to Osun State, the Osun State chapter of the All Progressive Congress, APC, has reminded Governor Ademola Adeleke and the People's Democratic Party, PDP, that a 10-year determination suit involving reinstated local government chairmen and councillors remain pending before the Federal High Court. This was contained in a statement by the party state chairman, Tajuddin Lawal, on Monday. The APC alleged that the state government and the PDP has attempted to misinform the members of the public following recent legal developments regarding local government administration in the state. The party said that the state government began releasing all manner of lies after the loss suffered by the PDP-led administration over the restatement of APC council officials, noting that the matter last came up in court in November and was adjourned until February 2026. And of course, in addition, the Kwara State University, Malete, has again turned out a total of 8,119 students for its 2024/2025 academic season. The Vice Chancellor of the University, Professor Lukman Jimo, disclosed that while addressing the media on the activities lined up for the 13th convocation ceremony, which had begun in earnest. Presenting the breakdown of the academic statistics, the Vice Chancellor said a total of 82 students graduated with first-class honors. It revealed that 1,986 of the graduating students came out with second-class honor upper division, while 4,195 graduated with second-class honor in lower division. It said the university had a total of 1,355 secured third-class honors. Professor Jimo added that the university produced 426 students from master's degree, while 82 graduated with PhD. And with that, complete the package from the English desk of the media news. We'll be crossing over now to the language desk, where Rashidat is standing by. Over to you, Rashidat.
Igbákejì ààrẹ Kashim Shettima ti gúnlẹ̀ sí Abidjan lórílẹ̀-èdè Côte d'Ivoire níbi tí ó ti ààrẹ Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu níbi ètò ìbúra wọlé ààrẹ Alassane Ouattara fún sáà kẹrin ìṣèjọba rẹ̀. Shettima ló darapọ̀ mọ́ àwọn adarí ilẹ̀ adúláwọ̀ mìíràn àtàwọn ẹ̀ka lágbàáyé níbi ètò àfilọ́lẹ̀ náà èyí tó wáyé ní ilé ààrẹ nílùú Abidjan. Ouattara ló jáwé olúborí àtúndìbòyàn lọ́jọ́ 25 oṣù kẹwàá ọdún 2025 níbi tó ti ní àǹfààní sáà mìíràn láti tukọ̀ orílẹ̀-èdè náà èyí tó ní ìbáṣepọ̀ tó gún régé pẹ̀lú ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà. Níbi àfilọ́lẹ̀ náà, igbákejì ààrẹ Shettima tún tẹnumọ́ ìfarajìn ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà síbi àgbéga àmúyẹ àwa-arawa, ìbọ̀wọ̀ fún ìfẹ́ ọkàn àwọn ènìyàn àti ìṣàrídájú wípé ní ló sì jẹ́ ọ̀pákùtẹ̀lẹ̀ ìṣèjọba jákèjádò ẹkùn náà. Ìdásí àwọn ọmọ ogun ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà ni wọ́n ló dènà èròǹgbà ìdìtẹ̀ gbàjọba nílẹ̀ olómìnira Benin èyí tó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní rí àríwísí látọ̀dọ̀ àwọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà nígbà tí àwọn kan rí ìgbésẹ̀ náà bíi ìgbésẹ̀ akíkanjú láti dáàbò bo ìjọba mẹ̀kúnnù. Ṣe ni àwọn mìíràn pàpèjúwe rẹ̀ bíi ìdílọ́wọ́ tó léwu lọ́wọ́ ìṣòro agbésùnmọ̀mí ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà. Abdulateef Ahmed jábọ̀ wípé èròǹgbà ìdìtẹ̀ gbàjọba ló wáyé lówùúrọ̀ ọjọ́ Sunday tí ṣe ọjọ́ keje oṣù kejìlá ọdún 2025 nígbà tí ọwọ́ kan àwọn ọmọ ogun ilẹ̀ Benin èyí tí Lieutenant Colonel Pascal Tigray kó sòdí ya wọ iléeṣẹ́ móhùnmáwòrán tó jẹ́ tìjọba ní Kotonu tí wọ́n sì kéde àtúkà ìṣèjọba ààrẹ Patrice Talon. Ìdásí àwọn ọmọ ogun ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà ló ṣèrànwọ́ láti borí èròǹgbà náà sáwọn agbátẹrù ìgbésẹ̀ náà sì jẹ́ nínáwọ́gún. Nígbà tí wọ́n fèsì lórí ìdásí yìí, àwọn tó bá ikọ̀ rẹ̀ wa iléeṣẹ́ wa yìí gbogbo lóhùn kan sára sí ìgbésẹ̀ ìjọba ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà lẹ́yìn tí wọ́n ṣàpèjúwe rẹ̀ bíi ìgbésẹ̀ tó dára nípa ṣíṣe ìrànwọ́ fún orílẹ̀-èdè tó súnmọ́ ni. Àwọn mìíràn gbà wípé ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà ti ṣí ojú kúrò nínú ìṣòro tirẹ̀, ṣùgbọ́n táwọn kan gbàgbọ́ wípé ìṣòro ìgbésùnmọ̀mí torílẹ̀-èdè yìí kojú kò ní ṣe pẹ̀lú àti ṣe ìrànlọ́wọ́ fún orílẹ̀-èdè tó súnmọ́ ni. Lẹ́ka ètò ẹ̀kọ́, ìjọba àpapọ̀ ti ṣe àfihàn owó tó tó 50 mílíọ̀nù náírà fún àwọn àtinúdá ìpegedé ìwádìí àti iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ jákèjádò àwọn ilé ẹ̀kọ́ gíga ní ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà. Mínísítà fọ́rọ̀ ẹ̀kọ́ Túnjí Aláùsá ló fọ̀rọ̀ náà léde nígbà tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ níbi àfilọ́lẹ̀ rẹ̀ nílùú Àbújá lẹ́yìn tó ní ètò náà ṣàfihàn ìdókòòwò sídìí ọgbọ́n àtinúdá àwọn ọ̀dọ́ eléyìí tó sì ní ó wà ní ìbámu pẹ̀lú ìlànà ìrètí ọ̀tun ààrẹ Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu fún ètò ẹ̀kọ́. Ó ṣàfikún rẹ̀ wípé ìwòye náà ló jẹ́ ojúmọ́ láti ṣàfilọ́lẹ̀ rẹ̀ látọwọ́ iléeṣẹ́ ìjọba àpapọ̀ tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ ètò ẹ̀kọ́ àti àjọ TETFUND pẹ̀lú àjọṣepọ̀ Bank of Industry, Afra Initiative, Afrilabs, àwọn oníṣẹ́ ọwọ́ àtàwọn gbọ̀ngàn ìdàgbàsókè nípa ìmọ̀. Ìdojú àkọlù sí takọtabo ló ti ń tẹ̀síwájú láti máa rí àrísírí látọ̀dọ̀ àwọn alẹ́nulọ́rọ̀ gbogbo tó yẹ tí wọ́n sì ṣàpèjúwe ọ̀rọ̀ náà bí èyí tó ṣe kókó báyìí. Àwọn tó bá ìkọ̀ròyìn wa Esther Madu ní gbólóhùn lórí rẹ̀ nínú Ìlọrin tí ṣe olú-ìlú ìpínlẹ̀ Kwara sọ ìwòye tiwọn náà lórí ohun tí a mọ̀ sí gender-based violence. Àkọlù sí tọkùnrin tóbìnrin ló tẹ̀síwájú láti máa jẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ tó ṣe kókó nílẹ̀ Nàìjíríà pẹ̀lú bí àgbékalẹ̀ òǹkà ṣe ṣàfihàn rẹ̀ wípé àwọn abilékọ àtàwọn obìnrin bíi ọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀hún ṣe kàn wọ́n gbọ̀ngbọ̀ngbọ̀n àtàwọn ọkùnrin táwọn náà ń kojú àkọlù náà sí òmìnira nínú àkọlù ọ̀hún. Ìjọba àpapọ̀ ṣàfihàn wípé kò dín ní 10,926 gender-based violence ló ti wà ní ìjọba láàrin oṣù kínní sí oṣù kẹsàn-án ọdún 2025 pẹ̀lú òǹkà 2,440 olùmóríbọ tó ń gba ìtọ́jú lọ́wọ́ àwọn àkọlù náà. Àwọn tó bá ìkọ̀ròyìn wa sọ̀rọ̀ nínú Ìlọrin ṣàpèjúwe gender-based violence bíi ètò ní ṣe pẹ̀lú àkọlù sí ọkùnrin àti obìnrin tí wọ́n sì forí rẹ̀ sọ àṣà ìlú. Àṣìlò oògùn ló sì jẹ́ nǹkan gbòógì tó ń ṣe àwọn ọ̀dọ́ jákèjádò ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà pẹ̀lú àwọn onímọ̀ ìjìnlẹ̀ tí wọ́n jáwé ìkìlọ̀ wípé àtúbọ̀tán rẹ̀ ló ń farahàn nínú mọ̀lẹ́bí, ìlú àti orílẹ̀-èdè lápapọ̀. Àwọn ọmọ ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà tó bá ìkọ̀ròyìn iléeṣẹ́ wa ní gbólóhùn sọ wípé àwọn tí a lè yàgò fún ló ń gbọ̀nà ya ìṣesí yìí tó sì nílò àmójútó ní kíákíá. Melody Hadifa jábọ̀ wípé àṣìlò oògùn bóyá oògùn òyìnbó ni tàbí gbígbé egbògi olóró ló sì ń tẹ̀síwájú láti máa ṣàkóbá fún ọ̀pọ̀ ẹ̀mí jákèjádò agbègbè nílẹ̀ Nàìjíríà. Àwọn onímọ̀ tí ń jáwé ìkìlọ̀ wípé gbígbẹ́kẹ̀lé egbògi ọlọ́jọ́ pípẹ́ a máa yọrí sí àrùn ọpọlọ, ìhùwà kò tọ́ àti mímú àlékún bá ìpeléke ìwà ọ̀daràn. Nínú ìfọ̀rọ̀wérọ̀ kan lórí àtúbọ̀tán àti okùnfà àṣìlò oògùn ní Kamade Abubakar ti fi ìgbàgbọ́ rẹ̀ hàn wípé ẹgbẹ́kẹ́gbẹ́ àti àwùjọ tí kò dára ló ń fa ìhùwà yìí. Ó sọ wípé ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ látọwọ́ olùlanilọ́yẹ̀ àpapọ̀ ni yóò ṣèrànwọ́ láti la àwọn tọ́rọ̀ kàn lọ́yẹ̀ pàápàá jùlọ àwọn ọ̀dọ́ wa lórí ewu tó rọ̀ mọ́ oògùn egbògi olóró. Paul Ajísáfẹ́ ní tirẹ̀ tọ́ka sí ìṣẹ́ àti òṣì níní àǹfààní sí oògùn lílò àti àìní ìmọ̀ ìwé gíga bíi ọ̀pákùtẹ̀lẹ̀ èrèdí gbígbé egbògi olóró. Ó ké sí ìjọba kó pèsè àlékún àǹfààní iṣẹ́ fáwọn ọ̀dọ́ tó sì rọ àwọn ọ̀dọ́ kí wọ́n ní ìmọ̀ ìwé. Bákan náà kí wọ́n tẹ̀lé àlàálẹ̀ dókítà ṣáájú kí wọ́n tó lo oògùn kankan. Olùtayọ̀ Olúlẹ̀yẹ tẹnumọ́ ojúṣe àwọn òbí lẹ́yìn tó ní kí wọ́n kọ́ ọmọ wọn dáadáa lówùúrọ̀ ọjọ́ ayé wọn lórí ewu tó rọ̀ mọ́ àṣìlò egbògi olóró. nígbà tá a mọ̀ fún lẹ́nu dé báyìí tẹ́mọ̀ pàdé wa ní dídé agogo 5 pẹ̀lú àwọn akẹgbẹ́ wa fún àkọ́tún ìròyìn náà jákèjádò orílẹ̀-èdè yìí ẹ lè rí àwọn ìsìtàtà 113 free tv by co2 àti bó ṣe lọ lórí Facebook àti Kwara TV. Rasheedat Jimoh Ẹlẹ́ṣin ni orúkọ tèmi lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí i etí tẹ fi gbọ́ òní fọ ojú tẹ fi wò òní fọ ojú tẹ fi etí tẹ fi gbọ́ ọkùnrin dòwò tí ẹ mọ̀ náà sí ẹ ṣe ń bọ̀ ṣe ń gbọ̀ wá ẹ máa wá ṣe.
All right, Rashida, well done, and thank you for that news. All right, with that, this afternoon, complete the package on the media news. I want to thank you for being a part of it. And for more on the news stories, please join us by 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. on Star Times 1 Free TV 502, and also on Facebook at Square TV. I am Kendi Olawi Adeshino. Many thanks for watching.